One of the things that I admire in a human being is our capacity of change, growth, development, and ultimately becoming the best version of ourselves. One of the things why I created this channel is also in that regard of change, development, growth, and ultimately becoming the best version of myself. In order to become the best version of yourself, I believe there are steps you need to go through. Those steps are steps of self discovery, steps of self knowledge, steps of having a mission, steps of having a vision. But first, let's start with self knowledge. Self knowledge is ultimately the most ancient knowledge there is. You always heard, know thyself, is actually the beginning of things. You need to know who you are in order for you to know where you are going. Now, this knowledge of who you are, you need tools. There are a lot of tools actually that you will go through or processes you will have to go through in order to discover who you are. One of those is knowledge, the quest of knowledge. Having the constant need to know, having the constant need to ask why. Because when you ask why, you will ultimately find a response of your question or to your question. Now, knowledge is something that there is no point of arrival in the quest of knowledge. It's the constant quest. It's a quest that you will have until the day you are no longer on earth. But in that quest, there is a pleasure and a joy, a satisfaction, because the journey is the goal. It's not the arrival, the goal. It's not the arrival, it's not the destination, it's the journey, as you have heard several times. Now, the second thing I believe is absolutely important is for you to know that you are a project. Treat yourself as a project. See yourself as something you need to work on constantly, day by day, in order for you to evolve. Because considering yourself as a project also brings you to realizing that you do not have time to waste. Time is in that sense something that you need. It's like an input. It's like you having something that you need to cherish in order to be the best version of yourself. You need to utilize time wisely and effectively. So, utilizing time and knowing that you are a project, that is very important. After that knowledge, one thing that comes is that you need also to know that you do not have the luxury of wasting time, because if you do, that time will become a liability to you. You will have to pay off that debt of time that you just wasted. So be careful. Now, after you have realized that you are a project and that you need to work constantly on yourself, the other things that you need is to have a mission. What is my mission? What is the why of me doing whatever I have been doing the last 10, 15 years of my life? Once you have the answer to that question, you know now what your mission is, then comes the ultimate things, which is your vision. Because without a vision, we all perish. It is in the Bible. I did not. I'm not the one who wrote it. It is in the Bible. Without a vision, people perish. Absolutely agree with that. Because vision need to be tangible. Vision is where people will recognize you after you are no longer on earth. So you need to have a vision, and your vision need to be tangible. Your vision need to be aligned with your mission, and that mission also need to be aligned with your project. So this is the 3 steps I just wanted to share with you today. You need to know, who am I? After realize who you are with the quest of knowledge, now consider yourself as a project. Work on that project continuously, day by day, in order for you to evolve and become the best version of yourself. And that best version now have to have a mission. Why am I doing what I'm doing? What is the reason why am I doing all these things that I'm doing? After you realize that and make a vision for that mission to be something that talk to you, speaks to you, please speak to your heart. After you have done that, you are now on that journey of expressing the best version of yourself. And that is the ultimate fulfillment. Because at the end of the day, we are all looking for fulfillment. We are all looking to be that person that we know we can be. Hopefully you learned something from this video. This was my aim. This was my intention. I wanted to share something with you today. So let's see